Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 20th, and right now we're taking a look at VeChain, see what the price action is telling us. Overall, VeChain has been moving sideways for a bit now. We know exactly the levels that VeChain likes to kind of hold for the time being. For the past 5 days, we haven't really had any kind of close above this, below the 22 cents, 22.4 cents. And today looks like we're kind of quite a distance away from it. So it looks like we are safe from below this level. If you go down to lower time frames here in a bit, you'll see what kind of levels we're actually reacting to, what kind of EMAs. But for now, this is what we're going to discuss today. Overall with VeChain, I see the volume has been really decreasing over time, so that's usually a telling sign that the current trend is there's less interest in what's happening at the moment. So that being, overall, we know we're going sideways, right? So it could be more of a no more sideways action, we're going to explode up, or no more sideways action, we're going down further. So that's the main question we need to ask ourselves, if VeChain is bound to have some sort of consolidation to those lower levels over here, and we can see which levels over here can be the cushion that VeChain would look for along that way down. I see here somewhere even on the VPVR maybe where the most reactive zones are at. And this is for the people who don't know, VPVR is just basically plotting the trading activity at those different price levels, and it's showing you where the price is mostly reactive to. So right now you can see here that VeChain is still above, so we are above the peak of this trading activity, so that's good. The next level is the somewhere around the 18.5 cents. Right after we have the 16.7 cents, so around the 17 cents, and there's more of a region, but we're just putting where the peak is. Also, we have some sort of cushion here at this breakout at the 14.2 cents. So we do have a lot of cushion in case VeChain would want to consolidate. Now consolidation to the bottom also as well, we have some sort of EMAs here that would also soften that drop. But overall, we need to acknowledge the fact that there's more than less than average volume being traded, and ever since April 17th, so for the past like 4 days, we've been having that decreased volume over and over until today. Obviously, we still have 12 hours and a half of the day to go, but we are below the average volume already. So MACD also on the daily has been decreasing, so we are losing that momentum, which is fine. We explained that, we're going sideways, so obviously the MACD is going to start having lower and lower values that are taken into account, and more of a a consistent price action that we're seeing right now. So that's going to get affected, but overall we need to acknowledge volume going down. We are overbought. RSI wants to go down, stochastic wants to go down, and the MACD as well. So now if we continue to move to lower time frames here, we'll see on the 12-hour we're still losing that momentum. RSI already is having those lower highs as we move forward, so something like this over here. And overall you can see that those EMAs over on this side, so the 12 EMA on the 12-hour as well, has been acting as the support. And you can see here, this is the peak we're looking at for VeChain's price action. So this one right here, we'll see that that's somewhere around the 23.6 cents. So we are above it right now. We are above the hardest part on this peak, which is pretty good so far. And we're seeing a lot of those wicks to the bottom, showing us that the buyers are actually rejecting any kind of price movement to the lower end. And on somewhere on the 4-hour, the 2-hour here, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the past candle here, we had volume that's considerably, relatively, I guess, less than your typical volume. So we're seeing that volume that's actually decreasing. We're seeing that there's less interest right now until we actually reach some sort of a breakout where more buyers are going to be attracted to this. But if we're looking also at the 2-hour here, just to zoom in to see exactly where we're reacting overall, we're seeing that the 55 EMA has been acting as that support fully. As soon as we touch it, we actually have that bounce back up. And overall, looks like VeChain likes to have those, uptrend, then sideways movements, kind of parallel overall in general. We'd have something like this where we have some sort of a downward channel, something like this, and any breakout above this channel causes the price to pump. So right now we're seeing that. Even if we zoom in a bit, we'll see that here we had this downward channel and we just kind of broke above it today here. And then we're seeing that we are breaking more and more levels to the upside. So it's pretty interesting right now. Same thing over on this side. What happened here? we went all the way down. We take the height of this, so it's more of a bull flag. We take the height of this guy over here, and as the breakout, we actually aim for where it's going to be next, and we actually reach somewhere close to it. So right now, this could be a possible scenario that what VeChain is doing. Same thing, we take the bottom of this bull, maybe somewhere here, take it towards the lower end of this other side at the breakout, and it looks like, you know, we are bound to go back up to the 28, 29, 30 level basically. So that's what we're looking at with VeChain overall. We're seeing that's been quiet for a while, and that's typically telling us that even like those movements don't have a lot of activity still happening. So this is usually a sign that we are to have some sort of explosive movement to the upside or downside, and that's what we're trying to analyze in this video and see what that actually means to us, because even you need to acknowledge the fact that we are actually losing that steam in the indicators. But we know that, you know, you're having so many coins actually blow up right now with Bitcoin's sideways action and the consolidation we've been having so far. So a lot of that money could be trickling back to those altcoins that, you know, everybody's been waiting on. VeChain's been a slow mover for a while, and not until recently, not until the actual, what's today? Today's the 20th. Yeah, not until honestly the beginning of the month here that we start seeing VeChain actually get that attention it deserves. So that's, you know, that's your quickly update for the day. Overall 2 hour. So you know how on the higher time frames we're having over here, it's saying that we are due for a correction, right? So it looks like the daily wants to jump down, everything wants to jump down, but it looks like over here on those slower time frames we already have some sort of a correction or consolidation, and we are due for a nice movement upwards soon. On the 4 hour, you're seeing that the MACD's starting to kind of bottom out. The 4 hour has been going down. On the RSI itself, volume is going down. So now from a, let's assume this is actually going to be bearish. Which level should we actually hold for us to assume that this is actually going to go down, or where would we go down to? We know exactly from the 2 hour, we've been finding that, and we've been, so something you need to keep in mind is the fact that we are making those higher lows consistently, and you don't really, you know, the difference between this high and this high is, let's see here, this to this is around 28 cents, 28%. From this guy to this guy, 48%, and now we're seeing from this guy to this guy around 8.7%. So now it looks like those upward movement, those explosive upward movements have been kind of not so explosive anymore, and that's something you also have to keep in mind. You know, we're not always going to be all bullish on everything. It's something we also need to keep in mind, that we need to always, whenever we see a bullish sign or anything like that, we always have to as well talk about it. So right now looks like we are here, and yeah, if VeChain starts to break, it starts to make some sort of a lower low, meaning, so this is the lower low we have here. Once VeChain starts to do something like this, where we're starting to see lower lows overall, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, that's a sign that the trend is kind of shifting a bit, and we need to pay attention for those lower levels now, or those lower levels of support. So right now, if VeChain actually, we just had a breakout outside of this range over here, and if VeChain actually fails to continue to go up or gets rejected again off of this level over here, we'll see if we come down again. So if you go up somewhere here, come down again, then this guy over here will meet us somewhere close, and it keeps the uptrend, goes down again, makes a higher low. So we could be forming, so this is kind of the ultimate I guess bullish scenario, where we form some sort of an ascending triangle or something like this. Like this could be something like this, right? And then we keep on uptrending like that, and then have some sort of a breakout above this level. I'm scribbling everything here, aren't I? So let me just do this the right way here. We'll get this guy, and we'll do something like this. So it could be this, right, where we continue to uptrend this way, and do something like this, and continue to make those higher lows, and then have a breakout, and then continue to push back up, right? And that would take us at least somewhere to the, if we're taking a more of a technical analysis target, that would take us at least somewhere to the 35, 36 region, right? So that's on a very macro scale. That's the scenario that could actually play out. And if not, then I would assume that's something, if VeChain gets rejected off of this level right here, so we have a lot of trading activity, so it's very active to this. And the market, you know, with everything that's going on, we could have VeChain actually, you know, get rejected somewhere off of here and starts to actually go below the 55 EMA on a 2-hour, come back down, retest it, and actually starts going back to these lower levels over here, right? So that's what we need to keep in mind. Obviously, overall, we're very optimistic with VeChain, a lot of optimism in the market, and we're seeing that being reflected in the price action, but something you need to keep in mind in case things, because also the price action affects the price itself, right? So that didn't make any sense. But anyways, thank you for watching. This is your daily update for VeChain. Let us know in the comment section below if there's something you'd like us to talk about. Today we're focusing mainly on whatever the comments say, so make sure you join our Discord. We would update that a lot quicker than YouTube. If you like the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and if you'd like to support us on Patreon, then definitely do so. We have the link in the description. So thank you for watching and have a great day.